na ang sides ng square ay lahat ay equal. Ano? So, yun.
Let's show ng ating pong derivation pattern ang fluid element.
So, yun. From A to B, so calculate the distance and displacement covered by the moving object. For example, ang starting point niya ay sa point A. So, kung point 5 ang isang side na square. So, from A to B, okay, total of ilan to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6 times 0.5 is 3 kilometers. So, ganun din. From B to C, so 2.5 isa. From C to D, 3.5, di 1.5. Okay? Tapos D to E, isang 0.5. And then E to F, isang 0.5. So, total of distance travel, pag-aadin nyo lahat from A hanggang F, so 3 plus 1 plus 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 is 6.5. So, ganun po yung sinasabi nating distance.
If
Okay.
you would notice, kung kayo po ay nakasakay na ng aeroplano, ano po ang mapapansin nito?
Okay. So, for displacement, okay, parang ano lang din yan, resultant, ano? So, sinam lahat ng total distance ng ng horizontal distance at saka ng vertical distance. So lahat ng horizontal distance, so A to B, C to D at saka E to F pinag-plus-plus, edi siya ay total niya ay 2 kilometers. And then kay Y naman lahat ng vertical distance, so yung B at C at saka DE. So 1 plus 0.5, 1.5. So in square root, okay, by also Pythagorean theorem, so we have a total displacement of 2.5 kilometer. Okay? So yun po yung pinagkaiba ng distance at displacement. Ano?
So this is somehow a derivation of field.
Again, yung distance, okay, it computes, no? Yung lahat ng tinravel ng isang bagay or tinravel ng isang object, regardless kung saan man yan, regardless of the direction and magnitude. Okay? Kahit magpaliko-liko. And for displacement naman, yun, kinoconsider yung direction and magnitude. Yun po yung pinagkaiba nun. Next, we have speed and velocity. O yan, gaya nung sinabi ko nung nakaraan, di ba, meron kanyang unit yung velocity. Ano? And
That letter A, the big letter A, corresponds to the area.
so speed is defined as the distance per unit time. So speed is a scalar quantity.
With element.
Okay?
And because it is not moving or the fluid is at rest, hindi siya gumagalaw, meaning the fluid is in equilibrium condition.
So pag sinabi nating scalar quantity, okay? So these are physical quantities that can be described by a single pure number. Ano? Typically a real number accompanied by a unit of measurement. While for velocity naman, okay, it is defined as the displacement per unit time. So velocity is a vector quantity. Okay, so for vector quantity naman, okay, so it is physical quantities naman possessing both magnitude and direction. Yung po yung pinagkaiba ng scalar at vector. So let's apply this in your sample problem.
Oh, may area ka na doon. What will be now?
Ito agad to, walang formula.
Thickness.
Excuse
The
me.
thickness of our fluid element here. The volume, if we have already the area, you just have to multiply it with the thickness of our fluid element. What is the thickness?
Okay, so dito, sabi dyan, a train is starting at initial velocity of 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, kph, di ba? Kilometers per hour. Travels at a distance of 21 kilometer in 18 minutes. Determine the acceleration of the train at this instant. So meron tayong given na formula, ano? D, ang formula ng distance natin
We have here
is B, initial velocity times time. Ito ha, tingin po dito.
the volume.
Tingin po dito, ayan.
And since this is a differential or
Okay.
differential fluid element, so we have here the differential
Yung
fluid
VI,
to the area.
yung V sub I, ayan, is, yan yung initial
Is equals to
velocity sa formula.
okay, for the differential volume. Okay, thank you, Winchester.
Okay, plus 1 half 80 squared. Yung A, guys, yun yung kanyang acceleration.
Okay, so let's continue. And we have here the formula. Meron tayo sa
Okay. And then yung T,
density is equals to mass over volume. And if we are to
yung
get the
time.
differential mass dm, so we will be having the raw itong
Okay.
density multiplied to the
Now, meron tayong given sa problem.
So kung siya naman po ay weight, ayan na, ano lang po yan, transpose. Ano po? Differential mass dito.
Natin, meron tayong initial velocity which is naka 30 km. Dito tayo tingin ha, sa given. So meron tayong given na 30 kilometers per hour. So convert into meters per second. So alam natin, 1 kilometer ay 1,000 meter. Tapos ang 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. Okay? So convert yan, nag-total of 8.3333 meters per second. So convert natin para para consistent lahat ng unit. And then yung distance from 21 kilometers kinonvert into meters, so naging 21,000 meters. And then yung 18 minutes convert natin into seconds. Okay? Now proceed tayo sa substitution sa formula. So from here, dito nang tingin. Okay? So given ang ating
Raw A dy, and then to get the weight, we just have to multiply it with the G constant. Okay po? So ito po,
ito,
mga formula.
sinimplify lang, okay? Nilipat yung D para ano yung acceleration kasi hinahanap eh. So ito, sinimplify, yung D nilipat sa kabila, so kaya naging 1 half 80 squared is equal to D minus VIT. Tapos, okay, kinos multiply uli, kaya napunta yung 2 sa taas. So naging 2 times D minus VIT over T squared. Ano? Para hindi na mag-shift solve. And then sinubstitute, so 2 times 21,000 minus 8 yung initial velocity times yung time over time squared. So we have an acceleration of 0.0206 meters per second squared. Paano po naging meters per second squared yan? No? Di ba? Ang ating unit nito, yung ating distance is naka-meter. Tapos itong velocity natin naka-meter per second. Tapos ito ay naka-time. Okay? Ito ay seconds. Diga? Ito ay seconds. Tapos ito naka-second squared. Okay? So ito maka-cancel. Okay?
And if we are to get the summation of forces at y, ano po ang lalabas? We have here the PA natin. Ito po, pataas. Okay? Minus yung dalawa nating plus B.
Ayan.
Multiply.
So syempre itong dalawa, hindi naman natin pwede makancel yung dalawang M na yan kasi sila ay nasa operation. Hindi naman sila multiplication, nasa subtraction sila. So kaya naging ang kinalabangsang unit is
Natin ang ating fluid element
meters per second squared, which is ang unit po yan ay unit ng acceleration. Huwag malilito sa unit ng velocity at acceleration ha. Basta ang acceleration is naka-squared yung time sa baba. Okay?
minus P minus DP A is equals to rho.
Now, meron kasing mga tatlong formula yan. Wait lang ha. Tumiretso kasi agad sa starting problem. Sa sample problem.
Kapag in-expand at simplify natin ito, makakancel po ang ating PA. Ang matitira lang ay DP over dy is equals to the negative rho.
Okay, so take note po nito, meron yung tatlong formula. Okay.
natin dP over dy. Ibig sabihin ko, kapag tumaas ang ating elevation, bumababa ang pressure. Okay?
So meron tayong kinematic formulas ito.
Nababawasan ang column of air
Pakikopya ha.
then kaya lumiliit ang pressure. Okay?
Hindi at ilagay sa module. Okay, meron tayo.
This is page 16. So, on page 16 na po na ito, it also tells us sort of derivation and also the gauge pressure and the absolute pressure. Okay? So, integration of pressure po natin. Balikan natin yung kanina natin na when it comes to the pressure natin, dP over dy is equals to the negative rho. Okay? So, if we are to get the pressure difference po sa pagitan ng dalawang elevation, say for example, we have here this illustration. Sa pagitan ng dalawang elevation, we have to do the integration. Okay? So, integrate po natin limit of ang ating dP, differential pressure limit of P1, here's the P1 to P2. Okay? So, ito pa rin po, yung nakuha nating equation kanina, this one, we just have to integrate. Integrate po natin ito. Integrate. Limit ng pressure P1, P2. Ito po yun. Okay? Limit ng ating elevation rho G natin po dito is Y1, Y2, dy. Okay? Pag in-integrate po natin yan, ano po ang lalabas na equation? P2 minus P1 is equal to negative rho G and then Y2 minus Y1. Okay? So ito po, pressure in terms of depth. Okay? So kung mapapansin po natin dito sa illustration na ito, we can also express it as a mention, depth below the surface of a fluid. So in terms of depth naman po, ang ating P1, ito po, pwedeng at any point, sa ating liquid. Ang P0 po natin is also equal to P2. Okay? Ang ating pong H is 1.
So yan. Okay. So paki-add dito sa notes, we have the kinematic formulas where ito, yung isa is V sub F or the final velocity is equal to the initial velocity plus or minus acceleration times time. Tapos meron tayong S which is the displacement. Ito yung ginamit natin kanina. Pwedeng ito ay displacement or distance. Okay?
And that will
Yung ginamit natin kanina. Sa ibang book kasi guys, letter S po talaga yung ginagamit dyan. Okay? Or maliit na letter D for distance. Wait lang.
sabihin, ito po yung pressure sa taas. Itong tuldok na alay parang bilog dito. Okay? P0 minus P1.
Okay? And we have another formula which is the final velocity squared of the final velocity is equal to the squared of initial velocity plus or minus 2s. Okay, and we have s all again is 1 half vi plus vf times t. Sir, ano po yung plus or minus? Okay, take note guys na kapag plus, yan po ay acceleration or naabante, paharap, no? Accel. And kapag negative naman po, yan po ay paatras or nahinto. Okay, pabagal or deceleration. Deceleration. So kapag ang problem natin, halimbawa na a car is moving at a constant speed of 25 kilometers per hour, slowly stopping or comes to a stop or before coming to a stop, parang mga ganun, or ibig sabihin bumabagal, papunta siya sa pahinto siya or paatras, negative po yung ating gagamitin. Okay?
So, ang H pressure naman po natin pinasabi, ito yung kung medyo nakakalito minsan. Kasi meron tayo naririnig, we have
Nakopya na?
absolute pressure, we have the gauge pressure, and we have the atmospheric pressure. So what are the differences of those three? So pag sinabi po natin gauge pressure or versus absolute pressure, so tandaan po na lang natin ang mas nakaiba. Kapag sinabing gauge pressure, this pressure is relative sa atmospheric pressure. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ang reference
Okay. Now, going back.
pressure ay mas tumaas, positive siya. Opo. Pero
So, yun.
ay
So, if a particle, so for problem number 2, so if a particle position is given by the expression V of t, kayo ay nag-ano na, di ba? Nakapag-dipkal na kayo.
34 psi. Opo,
Okay.
ito, ayan.
So,
Your time
the
is
expression of V of t is equal to 3.4 t cubed minus 5.4 t meters. What is the acceleration of the particle after 5 seconds? So given the velocity is the, tatandaan ito, please take note of this. The velocity is the first derivative of the position x of t with respect to time. Okay? So yan po palagi yun. Pag unang derivative, velocity. Pangalawang derivative, acceleration. Okay? So given natin, so meron tayong equation na to. Okay? 3.4t cubed minus 5.4t. No? So dinerivative siya. Okay? So d over dx ay yung ating equation ng velocity 3.4t cubed minus 5.4t. So ang derivative niya, so ito first derivative is equal to 10.2 t squared, di ba? Minus 5.4. Wala na yung t kasi yun ay naging yun ay constant derivative. So now again, sabi ko nga kanina, kung ang first derivative ay velocity, edi ang pangalawang derivative, pag dinerivative nito, di ito na yung velocity. Ito na yung velocity ha. Velocity na yan. O, pag dinerivative niyo yung velocity,
and then we have also 760 millimeter mercury, or it is also equal to 14.7 psi. Okay? Tanong po, if you have question, please unmute mo
okay?
and say it.
So pag dinerivative yung velocity, yun po ay acceleration. So derivative ng 10t, 10.2 t squared minus 5.4 di 20.4t. Now, meron na tayong acceleration equation.
Look at your motion.
So given ang ating time, so isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng time sa nakuha nating equation ng acceleration. So 20.40 times 5 is equal to 102 meters per second squared. So ganun lang po ha. So the first derivative of the position with respect to time is velocity. Tapos kapag dinerivative mo ang ang velocity, di yun na ay acceleration. Okay?
Iba tugis.
Kopya muna.
So, minsan na, meron naman.
Basta recall nyo lang ang inyong dipcal. Kaya ako tinanong, nakapag-dipcal naman na kayo. Sabi niya, oo. Di,
So, ang
di wow. Ano? Kopya muna.
C, equal din siya sa pressure at C. Equal din siya sa pressure at equal siya sa pressure at T. Equal din siya sa pressure at F. At equal siya sa pressure at T. Okay? So, yun din. And how we determine those pressures? We will get the absolute pressure, and to do that one, what will be the formula? That will be equal to the P atmospheric plus the rho G. Okay? Yun po yung pressure nito. Okay, atmospheric, yung kaninang mga reference value ng atmospheric pressure with different corresponding units. Please do memorize it. Okay? And ang ipinapakita po dyan, ang principle po natin dyan, bakit sinasabing sila ay pare-pare, that is what we call the same level, same pressure rule. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pag pare-pareho sila ng lalim, pare-pareho ang pressure nila. Okay? Regardless kung gaano ka-weird ang shape ng container nila. Okay? Tatandaan lang po, pare-pareho sila if they are connected by the same types of fluids. Okay? Pero pag nag-iba na po sila ng klase ng fluid, meaning iba ang property ng kanilang density, magkakaiba sila ng pressure at not same level. Okay? Kasi we have there in our formula or in our equation, we will have to use the density of a particular fluid. So kung magkaiba siya, say we have here the water and the mercury. So kahit same ang depth ng ating point H at point I, their pressure will not be the same. Dahil magkaiba silang klase. Iba, yun lang po yung rule. Basta pag ito
Okay. So, we have tayong tinatawag na uniform accelerated motion.
Because here at H, this is mercury, at I, this is water. Okay, so this is example. Okay, or because they are not connected with the same kind of fluid. Okay?
Okay? So, what is uniform motion? So, pag sinabi natin uniform motion, this type of motion defined as the motion of an object in which the object travels in a straight line and its velocity remains along that line as it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, irrespective to the duration of time. And for non-uniform naman, okay, so this type of motion is defined as the motion of an object in which the object travels with varied speed and does not cover the same distance in equal time intervals. Okay. We have okay.
Now let's proceed with another property, the temperature.
So meron din tayong tinatawag dito na uniform acceleration. So when an object is traveling in a straight line with an increase in velocity at equal intervals of time, then the object is said to be in uniform acceleration. So example po nito yung free falling object. Halimbawa, no, nasa taas kayo ng building, no? Pinatak niyo yung binigay sa inyong bracelet ng jowa niyo kasi break na kayo, 'di ba? O nahuli mo siya ng bababae, nahuli mo siya ng lalaki, 'di ba? So tumaas ka ng building, imbis na tumalong ka, syempre, ano, ba't ako tatalon sa maling tao? Ba't ako papakamatay sa maling tao, 'di ba? So yun, no, tatandaan nyo, Valentine's na sa isang araw, so gising-gising din, ano, baka nasa maling tao kayo, di ba? Okay, so yun, nasa taas kayo ng building, magpatak kayo ng object, okay? Yun po yung velocity niya na nasa taas kayo. Bawa, ito yung building, ano? Okay, so yung velocity ng object, di ba yan ay, syempre, yan ay pababa due to gravitational acceleration, due to gravity. Yung initial velocity nito is 0. Nasa taas pa lang siya, hawak niyo pa lang siya, papatak niyo pa lang. So syempre magkakaroon siya ng velocity nung binitawan niyo na siya, nung ni-let go niyo na siya, 'di ba? Nung marunong na kayo mag-let go. Ano, at saka siya nagkaroon ng velocity. Okay? So 'yon, uniform acceleration. Okay. At acceleration due to gravity, ito alam naman na natin, ano, lagi naman natin 'tong ginagamit. Okay? So its acceleration due to gravity is the acceleration gained by an object due to gravitational force. O kapag SI unit o metric unit, meters per second squared. Okay? It has both magnitude and direction. So considered siya as vector quantity. And yung acceleration due to gravity is always represented by G. Standard value of G on the surface of the earth at sea level is 9.8 or yung ginagamit natin na 9.81 meters per second squared. Okay. Yan yung constant. No? So pag hindi sinibigay sa problem, dapat alam po yung constant value. Pag may binigay ulit na value ni G, yun po ang gagamitin, ha? Yung given. Okay? Pero pag wala, edi yung constant. Okay? Ala, may solution na pala din eh. Okay. So sample problem number 1 o yung free falling body. Yung ito, yung example natin, ano, yung so a ball is thrown vertically upward from the ground with a speed of 25.2 meters per second. So baligtad, galing kayo sa ground, tinapon niyo yung bola ay pataas na may speed na 25.2 meters per second. So ibig sabihin, bakit diretso na sa ganitong formula? Anyways, so ibig sabihin yung sinasabi dyan sa problem, paano ba ito tanggalin? Wait lang ha.
And then exponent B over T. Okay, what is B? B is a constant specific also to the fluid. Okay? This is a constant depende sa fluid. Okay? And T is the temperature and the unit of this T is in Kelvin. Okay? So pinapakita lang ng equations na ito, okay? Kapag lumalaki ang T or yung ating temperature, lumiliit po ang ating viscosity. Okay, lumalaki siya.
Okay.
Yung ating liquid. Okay?
So yan, ano, ibig sabihin, bari nasa ground kayo, ito na lang yung bola natin. Ano? So tinapon nyo, so ang tendency niyan gumanto yan, di ba? From pataas, tas gaganon siya, pupunta sa baba, parang baseball. Ano? So yung initial velocity niya is 25.2. Nung pagkabato niya, yun yung initial velocity. Tapos, syempre, titigil siya at a certain point sa taas. Okay? So, therefore, at rest na siya dun nung nasa pinaka-highest, nung nasa highest point na siya nung pagkabato nyo. Kaya ang final velocity niya, yan, nakalagay dyan. Hindi ko alam ba't may sulat. Nagturo yan. Nagturo nga pala ako ng physics nung summer. Anyways, nung nasa pinakataas na siya, nasa highest point na siya nung pagkabato ninyo, zero na siya, at rest na siya eh. Yun po yung before siya bumaba. Imagine nyo ha, yung sinasabi ko, nagbato kayo ng bola, okay? Siyempre pagkabato nyo, mataas yung velocity, malakas, no, tataas ng tataas yan. Okay? Tataas ng tataas yan. At a certain point, at yung highest point, syempre titigil yan bago yan bumaba. Syempre mapupul yan ng ating gravity. Gravitational acceleration. Bababa na yan eh. So therefore, yung kanyang final velocity is 0. Tapos bago siya ulit bumaba. Okay? So ang tanong, so at A, how long does it take to reach its highest point? So gaano katagal bago siya makarating dito sa point na to? Okay? And how high does it rise? So ano yung gaano kataas yung pagkabato nyo? So ibahin natin yung kulay. Mamaya na.
Ang sabi mo dyan, gases,
Okay?
sila yung compressible. Ibig sabihin, madaling pa.
At what time will it be 27 meters above the ground? So nagbigay ng condition,
And
ano?
ang liquids naman po, generally, okay, though siya naman po ay compressible in a very little.
So compute natin yung letter A. So how long? Time. How long? Gaano katagal? No? So given yung mga kinematic equation natin kanina na sinulat ko, we have final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus gt. Ito yung kanina. Ito. Same na rin to dito ha, kasi ang acceleration naman is same din ng unit ng gravitational acceleration, which is meters per second squared. Okay? Kaya G na rin yung ginamit dito. Same din naman ng unit. Tapos, tinranspose yung ating initial velocity sa kabila. Kaya naging Vf minus Vi is equal to Gt. Okay? Tapos, kinross multiply, kaya naging time is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over gravitational acceleration. Sir, bakit po negative yung 9.81? Tandaan, di ba ang gravity, laging hila niyan ay pababa. Ano? Tiga. So, ibig sabihin, pag pababa yung ating motion, positive yan. Along yan sa gravity. Ano? Pero pag salungat yan sa gravity, syempre, pag tumalong ka, di ba, syempre babalik ka pa baba, hihilain ka pa ng gravity. So, against kayo sa gravitational pull. Kaya negative po kapag ang motion natin ay pataas. Okay? Yun, kaya naging negative 9.81 yun, guys. Ano? So, 0 yung ating final velocity minus initial velocity. So, naging negative 25.2 divided by negative 0.91. So, positive. So, we have a total time of 2.5688 seconds. So, yun po yung time niya before niya ma-reach itong pinakamataas na point nun pagkabato ng bola. Okay? Next, letter B, how high does it rise? Gaano kataas yung good morning, ma'am. Gaano kataas yung ma-reach niya? At nung pagkabato nyo ng within 2, gaano kataas yung ma-reach niya within 2.5688 seconds. So we have the formula. So ni-note as h naman, kasi this unit din ng distance yan. Ito rin yan, guys. Ito. Yung S is equal to VIT plus or minus 1/2 AT squared. Yun din po yun. Kasi unit din po siya ng distance or naka-meters din po. So, substituting to the formula, ano? So, we have the initial velocity of 25.2 times yung ating time na na-compute plus 1/2 negative. So, same din po yan nung sinulat ko. Diba? Kung i-recall nyo to, diba sir, plus o minus. Ano? So, same din po yan kapag 25.2 times yung 2.5688 minus 1/2, tapos pwede nyo i-positive yan kasi pag multiply nyo to, di ba negative din naman yan. So pwede rin yon, yung plus o minus na sinulat ko sa formula. Okay, times yung t na squared. Okay, so therefore we have a height of 32.3670 meters. So therefore yung height niya within 2.5688 seconds nakaabot ng taas na 32.3670 meters.
So, ang
Okay? And let us see
diameter, we
at what
have
time will it
1
be
to
27 meters
14
above the ground.
10 raised to
No?
11, that is fast.
So yung time naman
And then,
na hinahanap,
taas po,
no,
kumpara dun sa
given na yung height niya is 27
Kasi,
meters na mas kumbaga mas tataas pa, no? O ibahin ko yung ink. Kumbaga yung situation sa letter C, hahanapin natin yung time na mas tataas pa siya. Ano, let's say mas malakas yung pagkabato nyo. Ano? Syempre with the given is ano pa rin yung kanyang velocity, pero may given na height na 27 meters. So using the formula, ito pa rin yung ginamit na formula given yung ating 27 is equal to initial velocity times time plus pwede ring minus ito minus 1 half times 9.81 times t squared, we have 1.5228 seconds. So pakikalculate nga kung makukuha ninyo. And then pag nakuha, pakikopya muna ha. Share lang ako saglit.
sa ibabaw ng tubig.
Okay.
Ano? Nakita na.
Naintindihan po yung sample problem.
Winchester. Napansin nyo ba yun? Napansin nyo na, takandaan nyo
Hello?
na bata kayo. Wala ka nakita
Okay, may questions po ba?
Namimiss ko na yung kalahati ng buhay nyo, guys.
Okay.
Dapat marami
Naka-off na yung camera ng iba, natutulog na yata.
Okay? So, dasla mo po,
Naintindihan ka po, Joseph Manuel.
the water is the best example of sea surface tension. Okay?
Si Clark, ba't naka-off yung camera nyo guys? Tulog na yata kayo eh. Iyon.
Tang sa tubig. Okay?
Ako syempre naka-off yung camera ko dahil naka-share screen ako.
Hugis yung ating droplets.
Si Ronwell, si Russell, si Clyden.
Bilog. Na this is also the concept ng surface tension ng liquid. Okay? Because this surface tension, ito yung tendency ng liquid surfaces na mag-shrink para maging medium.
Okay? So projectile motion. So it is a projectile motion is any object thrown into space upon which the only acting force is gravity. Okay? So the primary force on a projectile is gravity. No? Yun nga, parang dito lang yan. Yung example kanina dito sa bola. No? So, ito yung tinatawag natin projectile motion niya. Ano? Yung kanyang trajectory, kumbaga.
Hindi siya pag-shrink.
Mula dun sa kanyang initial point, starting point ng pagkabato, ano? Until ma-reach na yung highest point, tapos hanggang siya ay bumaba. Yun po yung tinatawag nating projectile motion. Okay? Siyempre, acting on a projectile is gravity. Siyempre, due to gravity, hindi naman siya mag-i-stuck sa taas, hindi naman siya pupunta sa taas. Pagkabato nyo, lalabas na ng earth, mapupunta na sa moon, hindi po yun, bababa pa rin yan. Okay?
Explanation, the why, o bakit daw.
So this doesn't necessarily mean that other forces do not act on it. Okay? Just that their effect is minimal compared to gravity. Siyempre, meron din tayong kino-consider na wind. Ano? Siyempre, alam mo, may binato kang bola dito. Siyempre, malakas ang hangin. Hindi exactly yan projectile. Pwedeng pagka-stop dito, diretso pababa na yan pag ganun. Hindi na siya projectile. Yun po yung yun po yung sinabi dito na other considerations aside from gravity. Okay? So the path followed by a projectile is known as a trajectory. O yun, sinabi ko trajectory yung motion na yun. For example, yung baseball, pag pinalo, syempre yung bola, papalayo, yun po yung tinatawag na projectile. Example na rin ito. Okay?
Scenarios dyan. We have inside the ball and at the pin. Okay? Dito muna po tayo.
So meron sa projectile meron tayong kino-consider na two simultaneous independent rectilinear motion. Una is yung along the axis, the x-axis. Okay? So along the x-axis, meron tayong uniform velocity. It is responsible for the horizontal or forward motion of the particle. Okay? Pag x-axis, alam natin na horizontal, forward motion lamang. And kapag y-axis naman, okay, uniform acceleration responsible for the vertical motion of the particle.
Is zero. Balance lang siya doon.
Okay.
Kaya siya dahil
so acceleration in the horizontal projectile motion and the vertical projectile motion of a particle, okay, when a particle is projected in the air with some speed, the only force acting on it during its time in the air is the acceleration due to gravity. This acceleration acts vertically downward, so there is no acceleration in the horizontal direction. Kumbaga yung G, up and down lang. Parang yung kinumpute natin dito. Okay. So this acceleration acts vertically downward. There is no horizontal direction, which means the velocity of the particle in the horizontal direction remains constant. No, not unless na may given. Ulit-ulitin ko ha. No. Ayan. So let us consider a ball projected at an angle theta. So yan, meron na tayong kino-consider. So i-apply po ulit natin dito yung ating natutunan sa mga resultant. Yung summation of x at summation of y. Yung u sub x o kung makikita sa figure, u sub y. Okay? So let us consider a ball projected at an angle theta with respect to the horizontal x-axis with an initial velocity u as shown below. O yan, merong velocity na u, so therefore i-consider natin yung ating projected since meron tayong angle, hindi natin madidetermine kung yun talaga exact angle niya pataas. So we need to consider u sub x which is u cosine theta and u sub y is u sine theta. And again, yung pag nasa yung point A na to, okay, yan na yung critical, okay, yung vertical motion niya is zero na. Kasi at rest na siya dito, nasa taas na siya eh. Pain pa ganun yan. Point pababa yung kanyang direction. So therefore, ang i-consider lang natin na na displacement is yung ating x-axis kasi pupunta na siya, pababa na siya eh. Okay? And then hanggang sa bumaba ulit, so yung u sub x is u cosine theta and then u sub y is negative u sine theta kasi nga bumaba na. Okay? And nasa pababa na, nasa negative axis na siya. Nasa yung quadrant niya sa, kung titingnan sa Cartesian plane. Okay? So ayan po yung analysis natin sa parabolic motion of projectiles. Let's say this one, sample problem is one. Okay? So a ball rolls horizontally off a cliff at 20 meters per second. So it takes 10 seconds for it to hit the ground. Calculate the height of the cliff and the horizontal distance traveled by the ball. If the ball drops at a range of 140 meters at 10 seconds, what is the velocity?
That is the cohesion force ng ating liquid. Okay?
Yung mga sulat pa.
Driver ng surface tension. And adhesion on the other hand naman po, ito naman po, medyo this force naman po ng ating liquid, medyo
Okay. So case 1, so meron daw cliff So pumaba siya at pag-ugulong siya at a velocity of 20 meters per second. So it takes 10 seconds. So 10 seconds siya bago siya makababa, bago siya bumaba sa mismong cliff. Example, ito 'yon. And then merong bola na paggulong pababa. So meron siyang initial velocity na 20 meters per second. Okay?
That is because of the adhesion force. Ang molecule,
Tapos meron 10 seconds. Okay, after 10 seconds, nandito na siya. So after 10 seconds. Okay? So calculate the height of the cliff. So yung height niya.
So we have here po,
And the horizontal distance traveled by the ball. So given, ayan. At yung v sub x natin, yung initial velocity is 20 meters per second. Okay, and yung time from, let's say, point A, ito yung point A, and then ito yung point B. Okay.
Umaangat ako ng bahay.
So yung time from A to B is 10 seconds. So solution, kinocompute yung height, yung nakuha natin na 1/2.
Dito natin malalaman.
So ito yun, bakit naging 1/2 GT squared na lang? So meron tayong, di ba, meron tayong H denoted as, itong formula kanina.
So,
Initial velocity
if cohesion, adhesion,
times time plus or minus,
the liquids avoids the surface.
hindi pala, wait lang. Ito.
Ang example, mercury on glass. It forms a convex shape.
Yung S or yung H denoted as ito guys, ito yung gagamitin natin. Ito.
Na ang property
Okay. Yan. So S or H is equal to 1/2 velocity I plus or minus final velocity times T.
Ay mas malaki kaysa sa cohesion.
Ay, considering acceleration pala. Mali pala guys, hindi pala ito yung gagamitin. Sorry. Hindi pala ito yung gagamitin natin. Ito pala ito.
Water on plain glass.
Ito.
Concave shape, right?
Ito po.
Concave ang shape niya. Pero kung makikita niyo yung thermometer, yung mercury, pag sininit niyo ang loob doon, ang shape ng mercury doon po ay convex. No? So, shape na gano'n. No? Kasi po, because of the cohesion and adhesion relationship. Na,
So, kupain mo natin yung buong solution. V VIT
pagiging wet ng surface
plus or minus
okay?
1/2 GT squared.
Tapos ang surface tension, meron pa po yung formula para malaman ang value ng
Ba't nawala yung V initial velocity?
So, mathematically, paano natin sinusukat ang surface tension? It is defined, presented in your module, that is force
Ba't
per
na-cancel to? Merong initial velocity.
Remember,
Height of the cliff. Height of the cliff and the
gamma. Correct. And ano ba nakalagay dyan? Remember?
horizontal distance.
Has a unit.
So ito guys, kaya ito ay naging 1/2 GT squared na lang kasi ito ay so, yung kino-compute kasi diyan yung horizontal distance ito.
Kasi minsan po,
Tama ba? Yan. So, siyempre, pagkababa niya, wala na siyang velocity. Zero na to. Okay? So, ito na yung horizontal distance. So, galing sa taas hanggang dun sa kanyang dropping point. So, ito yung zero. Times mo zero, makakancel na yan. Kaya natira is 1/2 GT squared na lang. So, kaya positive kasi pababa. So, yun. So, 1/2 times 9.81 times 10 squared. So, we have 490.5. So if the ball drops at a range of 140 meters per meters at 10 seconds, okay, what is the velocity? So obviously, unit analysis lang yan. Ano? Alam natin na ang unit ng velocity, ulitin ko ha, di ba, meter per second. Yung distance per unit time. So kung meron daw distance na 140 over na at 10 seconds, o di substitute lang natin. So 140 meter divided by yung 10 seconds. So ano magiging unit niyan? Meters per seconds na. So kaya ito naging ganyan yan. Ito. Unit analysis lang po. Naintindihan? Wala pong pinaka-formula yung ginawa natin dito ha sa dito sa letter B. Ito yung letter A na hinahanap, ito yung letter B. Wala pong pinaka-formula yan. A unit analysis lang po yan. Ano? So therefore, the velocity is 14 meters per second. Kasi nagbigay ng panibagong condition. Okay? So pag ganyan guys, pag binigay ng bagong condition, hindi na kailangan i-consider yung una. Okay, questions po? Kopya muna.
Punta po tayo sa last exam, last business. Yan po ay nilagay under the topic pressure inside droplets and bubbles. So ito ang paborito.
Yes, bricks.
Good morning po. Question lang po. Di ba po yung sa una po, sa uniform
Bakit
acceleration,
umabog ang bubble?
Yeah, alin?
yung po sa una, sir, ang uniform accelerated motion,
Yeah,
reflected po
Bakit pumutok
every
ang
system.
bubble?
So,
Ano yan?
dito po,
Dahil may internal pressure
sir, yung
ito
resistance po.
na lumalaban.
Oh,
So, dito po sa kasunod natin, included na po yung air resistance.
Medyo
yung alin?
Yung air resistance po, sir.
Air resistance?
Opo.
Pag given sa problem.
Okay po.
Pero madalas naman is laging kung hindi constant yung ginagamit na G, may given po na tayo na gravitational acceleration.
Lumalaban yung atmospheric pressure sa internal.
Hindi naman madalas lagi given hindi man lagi kino-consider yung air. Kumbaga ano lang yun, kapag talagang maano yung calculation. Pero dito sa sa mga formula na na-derive is hindi naman nine-neglect lagi yung air.
Described by the young Laplace equation. Oo.
Okay. Kopya na po.
Ano po ang cost?
So case number 2, may sulat na ako.
Ang cost po, nangyayari
So a
ito
projectile lives at a velocity of 50 meters per second at an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. So find the maximum height that it could reach. So case 2. So case 2 guys, as you can see sa sulat, ako din naman magsulat niyan. So meron tayong given na velocity ng bola at a certain angle. So yung projectile ng angle is 30 degree. Projectile nung bola na tinapon nyo is 30 degrees. Okay, so meron tayong given na formula. Ito, tatandaan itong formula ito. Maximum height. No? Formula po ito ng maximum height. Yan, itong formula ito. Okay? Given is initial velocity. Initial velocity din po ito, denoted as V sub I squared.
yung pagtaas.
Sine squared, dalawang naka-squared dyan ha. Initial velocity squared times sine squared theta over 2g.
Para makuha
Okay? So, substituting, direct sub. So, 50 squared sine squared 30 is equal to over 2 times 9.81. So, that is the maximum height. Okay? Yan po ang formula na maximum height at a given angle.
Or negative. Positive for pagtaas, the rise, and negative for pagbaba. Okay? So, H is equal to 2 gamma cosine theta over 0.
Sir, paano po pag walang given na velocity, hinahanap yung maximum height? Okay? O di ganito, by yung ating napag-aralan sa mga topics, kukunin yung component nyo sa y-axis para makuha. And then yung x-axis, then we have the Pythagorean theorem. dv is equal to vx squared plus vy squared. Okay? So yan.
surface and the tube
Ito.
wall.
Case number 3.
Tandaan lang po, ang water on glass, water, kaya,
So given, a projectile is launched from a cliff 100 meters above level ground with the launch velocity of 30 meters per second and an angle of 20 meters at 20 degrees
doon is approximately
above the horizontal. So ito,
cosine 0 is
determine the projectiles,
that is positive
vertical range from the observer, the peak height, and the total time from point A to reach point C. And the range, and the last one is velocity after 2 seconds after launch. So ang daming binibigay. Ang daming hinahanap. So given, ito yung ating analysis. Ano? So ito analyze nyo itong drawing na to. Okay? So from point A, ito yung point A natin.
and
Okay?
that is equal to cosine
So merong cliff, ano ba, nasa taas kayo with the height of 100 meter. Okay?
So negative indicating
Tapos with an angle of, yung projectile niya, yung angle niya is 20 degrees. Tapos ito yung kanyang horizontal and then we have this point, yung height.
the radius of the tube.
Yung height po palagi is yung sa maximum point kung saan siya titigil. No? Bago siya bumaba.
Sa pillion.
Okay? Ano pa? So yun, so determine the project as vertical range. Vertical range, ibig sabihin yung height. Okay, ito parang ginawa natin sa case number 2. So direct sub, we have the formula V initial VO squared sine squared theta over 2G. So direct substitution, we have H is equal to 5.3660. Next is the peak height. Yung maximum. Okay? So ano po yung pinagkaiba nun sa H max? So yung nakuha nating vertical range dito, okay, ipa-plus natin dun sa height ng
And right there after
tinutungtungan ninyo. Diba for example, nandito ka sa level ground at zero, pinaka-flooring, pinaka-ground, at zero height. Okay? Ay may tinungtungan kayo. Ibig sabihin, ang tendency niyan, mas mataas yung mababato nyo kumpara kapag nandito lang kayo sa baba. So yun po yung tinatawag na peak. Yun po yung sinasabi dito na peak height. Okay? Nagets ka po? Yun. So meron tayong height nakatungtong kayo sa 100 meter. So therefore, paplasin nyo lang dun sa nakuha nyo yung vertical range. We have 105.3360. So the total time from point A to reach point C. So ayan. So kinumpute. So another formula ito ha. Tatandaan itong formula na to. From A, ito yung point C kasi. Kumbaga, yung point C hindi mo ka-level ng tinutungtungan nyo ha. Kasi hanggang din nila ang naman yan. So ibig sabihin, yung point A andito kayo sa taas, tapos yung point C andito sa pinaka level, ground level. Ayan. Okay? So given by the formula, 30 sine 20 over 9.81. Tapos, kaya may T sub B, ito kasi yung point B. Let's say yan yung katapat niya. So, pero dadaan pa yan dyan. So, i-consider natin yung Y max. So, pagpaplasin, ito yung total time from A to B, papunta pa lang dito, and bukod yung time papunta dito kasi kino-consider nga din natin yung height na tinutungtungan ninyo. So, yung time mula nasa taas kayo plus yung time na kinonsider yung height. So yun po yung total time from point A to point C. So we have, ito nakuha, 1.0459 plus 4.6348. Okay, so we have a total time of 5.6807 seconds. Next naman is yung range o yung horizontal distance, ano, mula dun sa kinatatayuan ninyo hanggang dun sa point C. So from point A to point C, yun po yung range or yung X. Okay, so yan po yung formula. So velocity cosine theta times yung total time from point A to point C. So we have 30 cosine yung degree, yung yung projectile. So we have 20 degrees times yung total time na na-compute natin 5.6807 seconds. So we have a total range of 160.1434 meters. And lastly, nagbigay ulit ng condition, the velocity 2 seconds after the launch. So nagbigay ng time after nung pagkabato nyo. So we have this one. So velocity 30 sine yung angle, ba't naging 30 degrees to? Wait na nga, baka typo. Tingnan nyo nga. Tingnan nyo nga to guys kung bakit naging 30. Kung try 30 times sine 20, yung given, hindi ko alam ba't naging 30. Wait lang. Plus 9.81. Ayun. So typo po ito ha. Ito'y 20. Ito'y 20 guys. Paki-correct ha. 20. Questions po. Kopya muna. Okay. So, nakopya na po. Tapos ng kopyahin, guys. Nakapinto. Okay, so next meeting, chapter 4 tayo. Dynamics. Yun, yung mga sulat na. Okay?